people? Blue Jerry speaking. Welcome to Crazy Bunch's WebShow, episode number 83, and it's almost Christmas. Today we'll be doing not one, not two, but 3, 4, 5, 6 dev topics today. And then we'll be doing 2 more topics to read. So let's just read the validation and the awards and honors right now. Shall we? So we got for us from Walt Disney, and we'll get to 5 more dev topics, okay? Okay, anyway, validation. Anyway, reviews of Disney's and his work have changed over the decades, okay? And there has been a parallel opinions. Mark Langer in the American Dictionary of National Biography writes that earlier versions of Disney hailed him as a patriot, folk artist, and popular culture, okay? More recently, Disney has been regarded as a paradigm of American racism, and foreigners, anyway. And as well as a debater of culture, okay? Stephen Watts wrote that some did not know someone that Disney as a common polymer of cultural, artsy, commercial formations, while PBS records that critics have censored his work because it's a smooth facade of similarity, and stubborn opposition, anyway. It's still good rewrite to have American history. Anyway, Disney has been accused of anti-Semitism for having given Nazi propaganda Renai Fonsi a tour of his studio a month after Cristo Nachi, I pronounced this word, sorry. Something he disavowed when that 3 months later, claiming that he was aware she was when he was issued an invitation. Wow. None of Disney's employees, including Emir of Art Babbitts, who dislike Disney entirely, ever accuse him of making anti-Semitic slurs or taunts. The Walt Disney Family Museum acknowledged there that common stereotypes common in the films in the 1930s. Well, pause it right there. Be right back. Okay. I'm back, folks. Sorry, everyone. I just ate there and... Excuse me. Anyway, let's get back to the show, shall we? See what we got for us. Anyways, the Walt Disney Family Museum acknowledges, acknowledges that a common stereotypes common of the films from the 1930s were included in some early cartoons, okay? But also points that Disney donated regularly to Jewish charities. Wow, okay. Was named the 1950 Man of the Year, 1955 Man of the Year, okay. Wow, okay. By the B9 British chapter in Beverly Hills, okay. And the studio employed a number of Jews, okay. Wow. Some of whom who are in formal politicians, sorry. Gabbard, the first writer to gain installation, access to the Disney archives, concludes that the available evidence that do not support courses, of anti-Semitism, that and the Disney was not anti-Semitic, in that confidential sense, that was, we think, of someone, as being an anti-Semite. Cameron concludes that both Wall himself in my estimation that was not an mimic. I mean, anyway. Nevertheless, he's willingly allied himself with people who were mimic, meaning some members of the motion picture MPAPA. Excuse me. Can't pronounce it. But anyway, and that reputation stuck. He was never really able to implode throughout his life. Disney disclaimed himself from Motion Picture Alliance in the 1950s, okay? Well, the MPAPA stands for Motion Picture Alliance for the Productions of America and Dial System now. But anyway. Excuse me. MPAPIAI. Excuse me. MPAPAI. Sorry. I didn't know. But anyway, according to Disney's daughter Diane Disney Miller, her sister Sharon dated a Jewish boyfriend at a period of time for which his father raised. No declarations, and initially reportedly said, Sharon, I think it's wonderful how these Jewish families have accepted you. Exactly. Disney has saw success of other forms of racism because some of his productions were released between the 1930s and the 1950s. Contained racially accessible material, okay? Wow. The feature film Song of the South was criticized by completely filmed critics. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People and other appropriation of black stereotypes. Wow. The Disneyland campaign successfully with the honorary Academy Award for the star the late James Baskett. The first black guy that's so honored. Jack Cabot argues that Walt Disney was no racist. He never either publicly or privately made disparaging remarks about blacks or Asian white supportly. Okay? Like most white Americans in his generation, however, he was racially insensitive. Excuse me. Floyd Norman, the studio's first black animator, who worked closely with Disney during the 1950s, 1960s. Excuse me. Anyway, said not once did I observe a hint of racist behavior. Walt Disney was often cause of after his death. His treatment of people, and by this I mean all people, can only be called exemplary. Have announced it. Well, Walt Watts argues that many Disney's post-World War II films legalize a kind of cultural Marshall Plan. Okay, the nationalize like that. General, sorry about that, everyone. Cultural imperialism that magically overran the rest of the globe with values, okay? Aspirations and good purpose middle class United States. Film historian J.P. Tollett, something like that. Sorry about that, everyone. But anyway, knowledge that many see Disney Studios as an agent manipulation of repression, okay? Repression, whatever you pronounce it, anyway. Fully deserves that it has labored throughout his history to link its name with notion of fun, family, and fantasy. John Trumanition in a study cultural imperialism explains the work of Ariel Darman and Armin Marowak. Well, I haven't announced it. Well, his 1974 book, Polar Al Donald trying to read Donald Duck. It, verifies theirs as impartial at least values concealed beyond the innocent, having now said, wholesome falsity of what the world of Walt Disney was. This, and they argued, it's a powerful tool and as it presents itself as harmless fun for combination by children, okay? Thomason views that their argument is foul, okay? As they similarly assume that reading American comics, okay, anyway, seeing advertisements, watching pictures on the foreign Yankee lifestyle, and the as a direct financial effect, but put out logical effects, something like that. So misspoke. Anyway, Disney has been portrayed numerous times in official works. H.G. Wells referenced Disney in his 1938 book novel, The Holy Terror. Okay. In which Walt direct desire Rod fears that Donald Duck is meant to repel the actor, have announced it. This was portrayed by Len Carlo in the 1995 made-for-TV film A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes, and a financial story, and by Tom Hanks in the 2013 film Saving Mr. Banks. In 2001, the German author Peter Stephen J.U.N.G.K. published Der Gone von America, translated to King America, finished work of Disney's later years that reimagines him as a power-hungry racist. Wow. Okay. The composer Philip Glass. Excuse me. Okay. Be right back. Anyways, I'm back, folks. Just got choke around here, and all of a sudden just didn't know what it was in the time. Excuse me. Anyways, where was I? The composer Philip Glass later adapted the book in this opera named The Perfect American 2013. Okay? Several commentators have described Disney as a cultural icon, okay? On Disney's death, journalist professor Ralph S. Ezer, something like that, comments that the values of Disney's films are the most conservative values in American Christian society, which includes toleration, dishonesty, loves of her fellow man, fair play, and tolerism, something like that. Disney's oh man, I can't talk. Sorry. Anyway, Disney's already in times calls the film wholesome, warm-hearted, and entertaining, or of incomparable, honestly of touching beauty. Journalist Bill Carr argues that Disney's achievement as a career of entertainment for the almost ultimate public of this, as a highly acknowledgement merchandisers, wares can rightly be compared to the most successful industries in history. That's also in history. To correspond, Alistair Cook called Disney a folk hero, the Piper of Hollywood, while Gabler considered Disney reshaped the culture of the American closeness, I've announced it, and the American Dictionary of Biography Langer writes. Disney remains the central figure in the American history of animation, excuse me. Anyway, throughout the technical modulations and alliance with governments and corporations, he transformed the Meyer studio in gradual form of combination in the multinational leisure industry giant. Despite his critics, his mission of buyer corporate UPA as an extension of traditional American values has possibly gained greater currency in the years after his death. In December 2021, the Marshall Museum Art in New York opened a 3-month special exhibit in honor of Disney titled Inspiring Walt Disney. Honor and awards, and this will be the last part that I'm going to read for Walt Disney's death since FWO episode 370. Anyway, Disney received 59 Academy Award nominations, including 22 awards, both totally are records. He was nominated for 3 Golden Globe Awards, but did not win. He was presented 2 Special Achievement Awards for Bambi in 1942, Living Desert in 1953, and the Cecil B. DeMille Award. He also received 4 Emmy Award nominations, winning once for Best Producer for the Disneyland television series. Some of these films are included in the United States National Film Registry by the Liberty Congress, as culturally, historically, and society Steamboat Willie for 1, Three Little Pigs for 2, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, Fantasia, Pinocchio, Bambi, Dumbo, and Mary Poppins. In 1998, the American Film Institute published a list of 100 great American films, according to industry experts. The list includes Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs at number 49, and Fantasia number 40 at 58. Wow. February 1960. Okay. Disney is inducted in the Hollywood Walk of Fame with 2 stars. One in motion picture and the other for the television work. Mickey Mouse was given his own star for motion pictures in 1978. Disney was also inducted in the Television Hall of Fame in 1986. The California Hall of Fame in December 2006 was an additional percentage of Walt Star Hall of the Anaheim Walk of Stars in 2014. The Walt Disney Family Museum records as he, along the members of his staff, received more than 950 honors and commendations from throughout the world. He was made a collaborator in the French Legion d'Honneur in 1945. And in 1952, he was awarded the country's highest honorific decoration, Officer d'Académie. Other nominal national awards include Thailand's Order of the Crown in 1960, Germany's Order of Merit in 1956, Brazil's Order of the Sovereign Cross in 1941, and Mexico's Order of the Honorific Eagle in 1943. United States, he received the Professional Medal of Freedom in September 14th, 1954. May 24th, 1968, he was policy awarded with the Congressional Gold Medal. He received the Showman in the World Award from National Association of Theater Owners. And in 1955, the National Born Society awarded Disney his highest honor, the Abundant Medal for the preservation of understanding of nature throughout his true life adventures in nature films. A minor planet discovered in 1980 by astronomer astronomer Claude who named 4017 Disneyana. Okay, he was awarded how many degrees from Harvard, Yale, University of South California, University of California, Los Angeles. So that's the Walt Disney death topic. Now let's move on to 5 more. So I read to do. But anyway, Sue Hardesty. Anyway, best known as Sue A. Hardesty. He was an American actor, author, from Buckeye, Arizona, who was writing focus on plots and characters from the southwestern United States. Anyway, and social themes of lesbian and female. Feminism. As well as the complex female characters and family relationships. She was a. Oh, she. It was a he. Okay, it makes more sense. She was a long-time supporter of an NOW, General Organization Chosen Chapter. Okay, makes more sense. And Rainbow Round Table of the American Library Association, RGPFLAG, flag, something like that. The Golden Crown Liberty Society, the Rabia Liberty Foundation. She was born in Buckeye, Arizona on July 11, 1933. Grew up in Horseback in the desert area. Her mother was a prospector and homemaker, while her father would farm and ran a ranch. Hardesty grew up in a twin brother and 2 other brothers. She graduated from Buckeye Union High School and earned an undergraduate degree in English from Arizona State University, followed a master's degree in communication. She taught English and media in high school for 27 years. She met her partner and then wife in 1969 in Arizona State University, and in 1992 they left the Southwest and moved to the Oregon coast, and where they run a bookstore called 14 Green Gables Books, and 2 B&Bs, Barnes and B's, how do you pronounce it, and also rehab horses and resold them. For several decades, she has been an avid photographer, especially of birds and wildlife, but she has also furnished headshots for various authors, including Lee Lynch, She is also politically and psychologically active with the Central Coast chapter of PFLAG, which is not local NLW, which is now, which is, and the community legislating group class, is hosting potlucks and assisting with the monthly newsletter, for the group. Hardy and her wife, Dr. Nell Ward, were awarded the Lincoln County Can Award for their conversations for the Lebanon County community, She retired from all but writing, photography, and managing a guest cottage on the Oregon coast near the Pacific Ocean with a spouse for more than 50 years. Wow. Her writing career began with what now Warren Lee Lynch, She collaborated with editing and publishing the Bunch cookbook in 2008. Reviewer Manuel Lowe at AfterEllen.com wrote cookbooks, especially those written by and for the community, like your church cookbooks, It's a lot more than just collect recipes. They have a lot to say about the Hispanic ideals, General roles about an even Islamic ideality. How pronounce this word? Sorry. They can be a part of construction. I'm not gonna say the S word. Sorry. Industry as well. The Butch cookbook in brass spelling. I'm not gonna say the S word. Sorry. From the Butch loving perspective. Okay, what we now say anyway. Joey Bendel, from The Guardian. In the office world, Angus Butch, what have been beautiful female of her arm, who have every now and again needs to be allowed to put their feet up. Okay? The collection was the Huffington Post contest called the most unusual cookbooks. Okay? It was featured in the movie The Perfect Family, in a scene where the mother, played by Kathleen Turner, picks up the Butch cookbook and looks at the pregnant lesbian daughter, Emily, this channel, okay, for an explanation. Catherine Messer wrote about the cookbook, and volume 3 of Queers in American Pop Culture. People love it generously, generous greatness sense of humor. Anthony Culper in the Book List Review writes, but it's more than just a witty cookbook. The editor's envision in the volumes as a validation of who we are, and the personal stories that accompany the recipes, as well as the furries in recipe history. Okay, or as preferred as a food. Okay. She published her first full-length novel. Excuse me. The Trucks Who comes on Thursday, book number 1 in the Lonely Wagner series in 2010 through Tell Ribbons Publications, and the second edition through L Books in 2011. The American Library Association Rainbow Tables Reviews wrote, plot twist, romance, hope, and despair all comes together in the gut-wrenching, jerking, hope-raising tales and romance and mystery. The book is wonderful addition to any romance and mystery or mystery collection, as well as for those interested in reading about police work, Native American culture, and touch of Arizona history. The second book in the Lonnie Wagner series, Bus Stop and the Last Chance, came out in 2014. Excuse me. Anyway, in 2019, she signed with Launch Point Press to reissue the first 2 books and published the first illustrated books in the series. About the 3 books that Lonnie Wagner series, author Jesse Chandler wrote, humorous mystery novels make me happy. Zoology included plenty of wacky characters, along with the serious ones, okay? Like her other books, you can read the novel for fun and for suspense. A novel, Panic, about 3 teens who gets lost in the Arizona desert, published in 2013. Can be classified as lesbian, YA, something like that, novel. Her latest Langer, 9 Musses, open the door to let your musses in. It's a full color, inspiring volume of accomplishments of various other creative souls. Over the years, she has served as a reviewer of the American Library Association's Rainbow Roundtable, okay? Focusing especially on works by lesbian authors. She died of bowel cancer on December 16th, 2022. She was 89 years old. My next step topic has to do with Jane Sirwin. She was best known as Jane Sirwin Parsons, okay? Was a British actress, known for her appearances in science fiction television, with roles in the Doctor Who serial, The World Games, and Blake 7. She was born on 1934, the St. Vincent and Grenadines, how to pronounce it. For SBG, she trained with the Virtual Academy of Dramatic Arts, Graduated in 1954. She started a career in a maiden name. Okay. On appeared on television and commercial reportedly, but took a break for a while for looking at her 3 children. Returned acting in the late 1960s, Jane adopted her marriage name after her marriage and actor producer Derek Swearin, and resumed her TV career. After leaving her acting career and the breakup of her marriage, Swearin took on some volunteer work for good causes. These include immensely international, being the Central American coordinator of the British section, referees and homeless. She coordinated poetry for collections held sessions in St. Michael and All Ancient Church, Barnes, where she attended for over 50 years, writing and producing, performing in old age. She died on December 16th, 2022. She was 88 years old. My next step topic has to do with Philip Perlstein, okay? Born that name, he was an American painter, best known for pop modernist realist. I am not going to do that topic, never mind. My next step topic has to do with Dorian Brownstone, okay? I was going to do Pearl, and so I'm going to skip that, never mind. Okay. But I'll do it after the L. But anyway. No. Anyway, Dorian Brownstone, best known for, is a British, but born Stein. He was a British-born Canadian actress based in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Born September 28, 1922, it was a memory of Winnipeg theater and television scene. She started in, it was a she. Okay, never mind. She started acting in RAF during World War II, moving to Winnipeg as a war bride, and in 1958 started opposite Jordan Pinsett, okay? In the very first production and the very first regional theater in North America. Handful Rain at the Royal National Theatre Center, directed by John Hirsch, okay? As head of television CBC, Hirsch has also cast Brownstone regularly in the popular soap opera House of Pride. In 2013, Brownstone received a Lifetime Achievement Award for Winnipeg's Arts Council, and in 2017, she was appointed a member of the RM module, RM Short. Brownstone turned 100 on September 28, 2022, and died December 16th of that year. He was 100 years old. My last topic has to do with P-22. Now, what is P-22, you may ask? He or she, however, is a lion, born in Los Angeles, California. Mountain lion, that is. Anyway, it was first attended in 2012, and was subject subsequent media attention, including the subject number of books, television programs, and other works of art. P-22 was often recorded probably in the Hollywood Hills, the neighborhood of Los Angeles. He was nominated the radio caller. P-22 remained at Square Park for 10 years until he was captured and eventually yesterday. After suffering traumatic injuries, consequences of being hit in the car by a car and confident with several longer-term health issues. Wow. Just wow. He was born in Syria 2010 in the western part of the Santa Monica Mountains P001 and their unknown female lion. Okay? Somewhere before 2012, P-22 headed east, living in South Santa Monica Mountains and Griff Park, okay? Where he sailed after crossing 2 major Los Angeles freeways, Interstate 405, Route 101. Success of the he, okay. Success of the evading traffic of those major routes that was headlined, okay? Makes sense in any way. Since multiple mountain lions have died after being struck by vehicles on Los Angeles freeways, the exact route for P-22's jury is unknown. The U.S. National Park Service, knowing that P-22's 9-square-mile Griff Park its habitat was too small for the adult cat by a factor of 31, and that is very unlikely. It was either but found a mate there. It was the smallest ever recorded range for adult male mountain lion. Wow. P-22 is likely not the first mountain lion to have taken up the residence in Griff Park. The duration of his stay was remarkably long. A mountain lion's body was ground in Griff Park sometime around 1996 until 1997. After being hit by a vehicle. Wow. A Maverick mountain lion was signed several times in the Griff Park in 2004. And rangers found evidence into deer remains to support its presence there. In Los Angeles, after being first being documented by the Griff Park's Community Study in 2012, he was given the name P-22 short Puma. Okay? He was weighed 90 pounds, 41 kilograms. P-22 was fitted with an electronic neck collar that recorded his location over time. He primarily resided at the Griff Park, but spotted by Eagle 9, something else, from the Los Angeles neighborhoods of Hollywood Hills, Los Feliz, and Silver Lake. Okay. National Geographic foes. National Geographic foe Steve Winter worked with Jeff, how do you pronounce his name? Last name, a wildlife biologist with the National Park Service. To photograph P-22, he spent 15 months putting up the camera traps in Griff Park, okay? And given his camera stolen, wow. But captured the now famous photo of P-22 on the Hollywood side, wow. The image appeared in the December 2023 issue of National Geographic. 2014 health issues. In 2014, the National Park Service reported that P-22 had contracted managed steaming from exposure to attack anti-blood carbon rat poison. Wow. Ugh. The Park Service gave P-22 topical medications, something like that, as well as injections of vitamin K, in an effort to treat him before releasing him back into Griff Park. The managed eventually subjects and P-22's health improved. The National Park Service again captured P-22 in December 2015 and found that he had fully recovered and gained 15 pounds. Wow. 2016 koala killing. In 2016, the Los Angeles Zoo reported the disappearance of Emily koala named Canary, and with the carnage found outside the koala enclosure. Steroids footage the zoo saw P-22, then 7 years old, nearby the zoo grounds. Although neither the GPS tracking data nor camera footage reported that actual interaction between the two animals. Then, Los Angeles City Council member Mitchell Farrell called her invasion the location of P-22 after the incident. Wow. National Park Service called the koala killing normal parenting behavior, and the zoo declined to ask the provincial permit the P-22. Wow. Instead, operation of more secure and close with some of these animals at night. Wow. Sad to me, I know. Capture and death. The National Park Service and California Department of Fish and Welfare announced in December 2022 they were having to capture P-22 to evidence his health. Following a pair of attacks and convoys in the sea, On December 12th, he was located in the Los Feliz homeowner's backyard and by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. Excuse me, okay. He was first strangled by the Los Angeles Zoo and was taken to San Diego Zoo Wildlife and Alliance. Initial family said it was taken as Sabocorian. It was considered an all options, including releasing P-22 back into the wild or keeping it in the wildlife silently. But the initiative was off the table unless P-22 was determined to be suffering from a very serious health condition. The next day, officials announced that P-22 was likely to not be released back in the Grand Park. And that was terminated. Wow. According to the Department of Fish and Wildlife and the Park Service, he was found to be severely underweight with fading fur, possible damage to his right eye, possibly from the vehicle, and vehicle collision when the mountain lion has been reported the night of December 11th. And P-22's radio caller date that supported the idea he had been from the mountain lion involved. Officials says P-22 is undergo further medical evaluations before a decision was made. He was examined by Thomas doctors in San Diego Zoo Safari Park, where he revealed serious health issues. His injuries included skull fractures, injuries to his right eye, skin injuries, and herniation of body organs to his chest. In addition to those health issues, P-22 was found to be suffering longer-term medical problems, including stage 2 kidney failure, heart disease, and a peripheral skin infection of Demex glial weight loss. Weight 90 pounds. He was currently at 125 pounds at the time. On December 17th, which is yesterday, at 9 a.m., P-22 was consolidated. He was 11 to 13 years old. Numerous members of comedy and public figures released statements of condolences shortly after the following news of his death. Including Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, California State Representative have announced that Roy Freeman, Los Angeles City Council member Navia Raven, along with many others. Remains at the National Party. Plans are for P-22 are to be brought back from San Diego to the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. Memorial service will be scheduled to be the Mountain Lion sometime after Christmas. Now, let's do the moment of silence in regards to these 5. I was going to do 6, but now I'm going to do 5 right now. So let's do it now. Thank you. Now, I'm going to do 2 more topics to read, and that's it, okay? Johnny Depp returns as Captain Jack Sparrow to surprise 11-year-old superfan, okay? As dumb as I look, I'm not as dumb as I look as much as you think I'm dumb as I look, okay? Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow has been set sail again. But this time his voyage took place in the stormy seas of YouTube, okay? He had the 59 sported Captain Jack's distance, headscarf, hairdo, and puffy shirt, made famous the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise for a collaboration to make the Wish Foundation surprise 11-year-old superfan named Corey, okay, who has a YouTube channel called Crack in the Box. On Sunday, Depp was sending a pre-recorded video of him to him in character, with the Pirates confidential style of full display. Meant to say, forgot to say it, didn't say it, but gonna say it now. Say it, I'll say it. Depp says, I'll hear it from someone that speaks about it in ages from now, called the YouTube channel, which I don't understand, but why not? He then promised to follow Corey's channel. But I think it will make for wonderful entertainment experiences. Mentally, this lapse of togetherness, all together for one space far apart, but then at the same time, wolf very close, he said, gathering broadly. Curious, enduring, and strange. Depp concludes by wishing Captain Corey the best of luck and declares himself the boy's #1 fan. Wow. It all makes sense now. But anyway, he then followed up a few days later with a 5 video called The Corey. Okay? The almost 5-minute video showed up Depp as Sparrow struggling the new fangled camera technology, okay? I'm extremely flammable, Depp said, glancing nervously around the candles in the room with him. Yeah, I'm amongst so much fire with candles with it that I fear the exterminated adventure may go airy. Wow. Depp then jokes and with Curry about his name. The tricon is that the boy and wearing this, it refers to as a capital, something like that. I don't know. As dumb as I look, I'm not as dumb as I look at the man as you think I am. As I look, I am dumb, but not as dumb as this. Jeff says, pointing his face. Wow. Okay. The YouTube ends with Depp picking up his sword. Wow. Burn the night, Corey, something like that. But the YouTuber ends with the video, but there's a promise that he'll post the rest of it when he hits 200,000 subscribers. These. As Ryan, this YouTube channel has 189,000 followers. Wow. The source quotes the Depp told people that he had seen content by Make-A-Wish Foundation. Wow. With a time-sensitive request by a young boy in positive care. Wow. The boy has messaged Jack Sparrow fan watched Pirates Caravan movies during his multiple heart surgeries. Wow. If you watch this, Dave, it's for you, buddy. Anyway, a subsequent recovery period. Wow. Anyway, Depp has worked with Make-A-Wish Foundation for more than 30 years, and that's been a long-time supporter of children's hospitals around the world, the source said. Anyway, these videos may be Pirates fans, but best chance to make what the actor in full Bullseye Sparrow mode, as there are no plans to Depp to return to the Disney franchise yet. As his demolition trial against ex-wife Amber Heard. Earlier this year, Depp testified that he will not appear in the Pirates 6, even if it was asked, saying Disney cut ties with him after Heard to publish a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post, chronicling her experience as a domestic violence survivor. Wow. Jack Wyndham, who reported his death as Range Media Partners and previously represented him as Creative Artists Agency, testified in May that he closed a deal with Depp to earn $22.5 million. Wow. To respond to his role as Sparrow in the 6th Pirates Caravan film. Okay? But Disney decided to go in a different direction. Wow. However, Tina Newman, a production executive for Disney, testified she has knowledge known in the studio, reviewing documents and having conversations about her OPD. Okay? She has also told jurors that he was no as her discussion of the OPD or his impact of Depp's role in Pirates, okay? The franchise's most recent film, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tales No Tales, was released in 2017. A prime female-fronted Pirates film to be held by Birds of Prey writer Christian Hodson, in Dead to the Water, says Margaret Robbie, who was set to star in it. The film had been in the works since 2020. The jury sided with Depp in the final trial, determining that Heard internationally declaim him with the OPE. It won him $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in positive damages. Heard wanted a coalition that her final claim that stated that Depp deframed her through his lawyer by calling her abusive coalitions of hawks in the press. Okay, whatever. It's an allegation that her friends has set Depp up. A jury awarded her $2 million in compensatory damages. That was it. I don't know what happened to Jack Sparrow at this point, but that's just down for me. But anyway, that's all for that topic. Now let's move on to the last topic, which is Meet Elmo Carter, the Noggin Nose host making learning fun. Now, the Father of Three shares what to come in the newest season of Noggin's educational music series. Anyway, Nickelodeon's Noggin have been through a few initial since its first launch in 1999. Okay, but its current era has been the most exciting one yet, designed for children of ages 2 to 7. Noggin is now a full-fledged international learning platform for books, games, activities, and individual series, including an incredibly fun Noggin Knows, okay? Finally, chat with Noggin Knows host Emily Carter ahead of the educational series third season, which is said to be the show's greatest adventure yet. I'm always surprised there are so many new things to still learn about the whole world around, said Carter. As I teach in those spots, I'm still learning alongside the children I'm teaching. Okay, it shows you that just how big the world is. Okay, Noggin Knows is a vital class for little learners that takes them on a never-ending field trip across the United States. Okay, backed by research, the show is developed by the team of educators, but to set up the young kids with important skills to school of life, okay? The show's lessons taught from song and dance managed to strike in the ballad, something like that, between be age appropriate for kids while also engaging the grown-ups in the room. The car explains that Noggin Knows wasn't originally intended to be musical, or it currently is, however. Wow. While he submitted his audition tape in 2020, he was tasked with putting together a lesson in the format in a simple rhyme. But instead, he created an entire song. Well, Noggin then discovered initially to create a different kind of show that could help kids learn them at home. Carter's career eventually landed him to a job. He soon found himself hosting Noggin Knows and writing his songs for the first season. Okay? Since then, the show has continued to grow and evolve, including some of the major surprises in the store for season 3. We won't spoil it too much, but here's a little teaser which I won't say due to copyright reasons. But the latest installment of Noggin Knows is taking viewers from everywhere for their local fire stations with thrilling Almere Safari. Okay, honestly, there's no children's TV show like that," said Carr. We do take both leaves and say, "Hey, we're gonna go as big as we can." The more fun the show is, the more fun the children they're have to watching it. Okay, that's good. Anyway, although Noggin knows it's all about having a great time, Carter has taken his role pretty seriously. Okay, the importance of being a role model for a huge audience is not lost to him. Exactly. I didn't grow up with the male around, so I want every father and man to that has a little person that is important to them to always consider that they will have somebody that they can correlate to have an outfit, bring up to be a great person. He said, okay. Noggin knows currently provides fathers, okay, which usually took tools to inspire little ones. From entertainment television episodes to educational activity books. He also said that he enjoys seeing his own children apply lessons from the show in their daily lives, okay? One example he cites the recent heartwarming moment. His son excitedly broke out in a song from the series about the Statue of Liberty where he recognized the moment of the mall posting near their homes in India, okay? As a father of 3 boys, I just want to make sure they watching something that is going to foster their midriff and their horn as a person. Said Carr. A mission must aim at the end of every single episode to make sure that you're going to keep your mind strong, your body's healthy, and your heart's big. Check out Noggin and try Noggin for $99 per month. For 3 months. Okay? So, that's all for that topic. And a fun fact of the week. It's almost Christmas. We are about a week away till Christmas Day. So, we're just about to celebrate Christmas Day in about a week. So be well out for that, and it's going to be huge. There you go. That's all my fun facts of the week, and that was the Crazy Bunch Web Show episode number, let's say A3. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be, Christmas Day episode, Crazy Bunch Web Show episode number A4. Till next time, so Justin Bob, so baby, good more episodes, guys, so till we're out. See ya.